period not be changed to annually, but we remain at a 3-year period. The reason for that is if we do make it an annual renewal period, it really is going to increase the burden on our staff and will require far more resources and staffing. Also, if we move to page 4 and 5, we have just made some amendments to how the monies in the revolving fund shall be expended. A lot of it is sort of wordsmithing. For instance, there's no such definition for experimental use pesticides, so we did take that out. We also added a few bullet points for servicing other members of who use pesticides, including the agricultural pest control industry and the structural pest control industry, as they are also users of pesticides. Moving to part 3, which is on page 7, we work very well with the University of Hawaii, and so we really don't think it's necessary to mandate working with the university as well as creating a position with the university, but we're willing to have discussions upon that as well. And finally, in part 4, we're just asking that there's appropriations, mandate appropriations from the special fund to be used for certain line items within the bill. And we're just asking, those amounts actually add up to far more than what the revenues would generate. And so we are asking that that part be stricken as well. And that's basically the gist of the different amendments. There's more subtleties in that as well, but we're able to answer any questions if you should have so.
Thank you very much. If we do, we'll call you up after this portion. Also, for those of you who are testifying, we ask that you come up to the mic and everything else. Give your best face forward. You're on Capital Statewide TV, so you can make your debut. Also, let me see, I think we're okay. Chancellor, University of Hawaii, Mr. Dr. Robert Blay Brown.
And I have not talked.
Yes.
All right.
You changed your name, but that's okay.
Yes, I'm the third member of that testifying. Good morning, Chair. Good morning, Vice Chair and members. My name is Ken Grace. I'm the Associate Dean for Research in the College of Tropical Agriculture and Human Resources at the University of Hawaii at Manoa. And the university is supportive of this bill. We haven't had an opportunity to review the amendments that the department just mentioned to you and presented. What we like about this bill is that it strengthens the partnership that we have had and continue to have with the Department of Agriculture. And we really like the self-funding mechanism. These are the sorts of services that, quite honestly, it's become very difficult for the university to engage in and provide for society in Hawaii. Under current funding models, which are very much emphasizing tuition revenue and student count at the university as based on the mission of the university to educate the public, these sorts of societal service, extension service, pesticide education becomes difficult. So we really appreciate the self-funding nature of the mechanism that's been presented here, although we certainly defer to the Department of Agriculture on the fiscal details and on the management details. Thank you very much. Be glad to address any questions.
From Alexander and Baldwin, Paul O'Shiro.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, members. Paul O'Shiro, representing Alexander and Baldwin. We support this bill, Chair and members, as it provides additional non-general fund resources to enhance the ability of the Department of Ag and CTAR to monitor and regulate pesticide use throughout the state of Hawaii. With pesticide distribution and use presently heavily regulated at both the federal and state levels, the establishment of new technical positions and the additional appropriations in this bill will further strengthen the ability of the state to oversee and enforce pesticide use, and will also safeguard the employees, the public, and the environment from impacts resulting from improper pesticide use. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. From the Hawaii Crop Improvement Association, Burnett Lucha. Hi, Burnett. How are you?
I'm good. Aloha, Chair Suji,
Hello, Bennett.
Vice Chair Onishi, and members of the committee. My name is Bennett Misalucha. I'm the Executive Director of the Hawaii Crop Improvement Association, which is the trade association for the seed farms. We advocate for ag biotech in the state of Hawaii. You have a copy of our written testimony. I just wanted to reiterate some of the fine points there to say that I think enforcement is a good goal, and expending the necessary resources to make sure it happens towards that objective is a good thing. We would like to defer to the Department of Agriculture for the nuances and the details to ensure and be able to achieve this objective.
Thank you very much. Moving on, Chris Manfredi, Hawaii Farm Bureau President.
Morning, Chair Suji, Chris Manfredi, Hawaii Farm Bureau. We stand in strong support of this measure with the university and Department of Ag. We believe there's a common sense approach to regulate pesticides and also educate the public and the users of pesticides on their use and the reasons for their use. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very much. Warren Watanabe, Farm Bureau Maui. Provided testimony and support. Kristen Bauer, Consumer Specialty. Did I miss one? Oh, I'm sorry, yes. From the Cattlemen's Council, Ms. Alan Gottlieb. Provided testimony and support. Kristen Bauer from the Consumer Specialty Production Association. Comments. Renee Pinnell, Western Plant Health Association.
She's not here. Kristen Eads on behalf of the Western Plant Health Association. We represent agricultural product users mostly, but we support this legislation as an effort to ensure that enforcement and that pesticides are used properly. We are happy to self-fund this to ensure that the department has the resources they need to do that. And again, we defer to the department on how, whether 1 year or 3 years is better. We're happy to pay our fair share.
Thank you very much. Dow AgroSciences, Adolf Helen. In support. Cindy Goldstein, DuPont Pioneer.
We'll stand on our testimony in support.
Hi, Cindy, in support. You're out of camera range. Thank you. Kauai Coffee Company, Wayne Katayama. In support. Ellen Takimoto, Monsanto.
Good morning.
Morning, Ellen.
Chair Suji, Vice Chair Onishi, members of the committee. My name is Alan Takimoto. I'm here on behalf of Monsanto Hawaii. We support House Bill 504. We are encouraged that this bill will provide for a robust State Department of Agriculture that will help support, promote, and educate farmers, ranchers, and the general public on the safe use of pesticides in Hawaii. Pesticides, when used properly, are vital and beneficial tools for all aspects of our environment and the economy. That includes homeowners, farmers, businesses, government agencies, and other organizations to protect the environment by controlling invasive species, control weeds, insects, and plant diseases, and to prevent or control the spread of disease in our everyday lives. We believe that pesticide use is very serious. We take it very serious, and we use every precaution possible. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Takimoto. That's all we have here. Any others present who would like to provide testimony on House Bill 504? Councilperson, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Welcome to Oahu.
Okay, greetings from the Big Island.
Okay.
Chair Suji and Vice Chair Onishi. I think this bill is a win-win for everyone. I think we all understand the liabilities and harms that are potential. And I think the one thing for me is I do hear of people like overusing and using 3 and 4 times the amount of a pesticide. And there are acute reactions, but there's also chronic and long-term where people aren't aware of that, and where they're not sensitive on an acute level and not realizing how what they're doing right now may be impacting them 10 to 20 years from now. Thank you, and I urge your support.
Thank you very much. Did you submit, I know you submitted written testimony on other bills.
Others, I did not submit
Okay.
written testimony.
If you do, please. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much. We have some late testimony in support. Eric Tanole from the HFNA Association in support will not be present. He's from the Hawaii Floriculture and Nursery Association. Also, Mark Phillipson from Syngenta, who won't be present in support. Ms. Maluafiti, yes.
Yes.
Please proceed.
Alicia Maluafiti, representing CropLife America.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And actually, CropLife America represents the manufacturers and the registrants of the pesticide product. And lo and behold, the self-funding mechanism, we're okay with that. And that's the best news. And so I think we would defer many of the amendments to those that the Department of Ag has requested, primarily that 3-year registration period. Even though they pay annually the fees, but they pay it over that 3-year period, that would help if we could keep it at the 3 years. The other thing is, I know you're going to be looking at the funding itself. This 10,000 pesticides at $310 a year to register. You know, looking at some of the funding, $750,000 for IT. You know, I think we just want to make sure you understand that $750 may be necessary at the front end for the startup, but over the term of this, you know, this activity, you don't need $750, so you go back to a maintenance amount. And same with the $500,000 for the pesticide disposal program. That's fantastic, but you really just need $500 to get it started up. And you don't need that much. That's $1.2 million up front, but not over, that's not forever. So we just wanted to make sure that in your fiscal responsibility, if you could just take a look at, you know, how much money does the Department of Ag really need, and could maybe take a second look at that.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Some of the other late testimony coming in. Paul Massey won't be here to present testimony in person, but in support. Eva Lee will not be present in person, opposition. And testimony from Mark Phillipson, Syngenta, Hawaii, in support. Any others here would like to testify on this particular legislation? I'd like to say that all of our testimonies here, we have a huge number. If you would like to summarize or stand on your testimony, that would help both of us carry on this program. Okay, now on House Bill 504, members, questions? No? Very good. Moving on. Question. Moving on to House Bill 509 relating to protection on terror. Vote.
Okay, House Bill 504. The recommendation is to pass with amendments. Chair and Vice Chair vote aye. Representative Brower? Aye. Representative Cachola?
Aye.
Representative Choi?
Aye.
Representative Ito?
Aye.
Representative Kawakami?
Aye.
Representative Kong?
Aye.
Representative Ono?
Aye.
Representative Tokioka?
Aye.
Representative Woodson?
Aye.
Representative Matsumoto?
Aye.
Representative Ward?
Aye.
Chair, your recommendation is passed.
Thank you very much. Moving on to House Bill 509 relating to the